Hello everybody, LeonX here, and welcome back to another Painscreek killing gameplay. Oh, man. Alright, so we were in the Roberts, was it the Roberts? God, I don't remember the characters' names. Yes, the Roberts mansion. And it looks like this is all we could do for now. So, let's leave the place. And Painscreek. Let's go to the hospital. So it's just across from us. We're close. Yep, it's this way. Alright. So we're at the Painscreek Community Hospital. So what do we expect from here? I don't know, but we should find out. Okay. Let's see, visitor's book. Trisha was part of. She was a patient here. Okay. Anything else? If Father Matthew forgets his key, place it under the flower pot next to the church. Oh, so it's at the church. That key, whatever they were talking about. Okay. Now I know. The heck is this? Okay, it looks like that's it. Alright. Locked. Locked. Cafeteria. Anything good in here? What do you got? Oh, excuse me. What are you guys serving? Nothing. Okay, so I'll go check this out later. Right now. Let's see. Anything interesting here? Ooh, got a key. Oh, no, 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 no. I want the key. I want the key. Medical room. Yes. No. Nothing. Huh. Anything? Need a handyman? Ooh, got a map. Are ghosts real? Let's see. Ooh. Wanda Taylor. 34 Silver Lake Boulevard. Sweet. Okay, let's go to the medical room. Oh, medical records, I mean. So what? There. All right. Let's start nose around. Read Wanda Taylor. That was the key that I found. Wanda has cancer. Okay, so there's these are just their medical files.
Hello again, Ms. Roberts. How are you doing? What should we talk about today? The nurses have notified me that you haven't been eating your meals. Is there something wrong with the food? We know that currently this is a rough time for you. Your father has been asking for you. He wants to know if he can talk to you.
That's it. Can somebody let Catherine know that I found her missing pin and placed it in one of the drawers of the lobby? She's wondering, I found it in the basement storage. She needs to take better care of her things. Oh, that pin! Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Was it Catherine? This one, right? $1964. See, there were some lockers. Here we go. Let's see. 1964. Haha! What does she have? Just a diary. Oh my goodness. See, Norma Jeffersons was admitted to PCH at 10:24. Her son found her on the side of the bed and immediately called us. We tried to reach Dr. Johnson but was not able to. After the third try, we gave up and called Dr. Schneider, who was not supposed to be on the duty. It's the third time that we failed to reach Dr. Johnson. He's never been unreachable this many times before. Susan has been sick 3 days in a row, with Catherine calling in sick at the last. Catherine calling in sick at the last moment. Tonight's staff will be extremely short-handed. I have agreed to do double shifts this weekend. It is unfortunate that 8-year-old Timothy Scott drowned. Rumor was that he was trying to retrieve his toy and lost his grip. He was alone while everyone else were playing in the playground. His body was found 3 hours later in the river near the haunting cabin. I was at the end of the hallway when I saw a young lady standing outside Dr. Johnson's office. It was 11:15 and the visitor hours were over. I called out to her. She turned to me and promptly walked away. I couldn't be exactly sure, but I thought she looked drenched. I looked out of the window. It wasn't raining. Okay. Is that it? Okay, so that is it. So do we just... Oh. Derek visits me every day. Sometimes he smuggles? He smuggles the snacks that I like, knowing that I would never get them from the nurses. Other times he brings me flowers. They smell so wonderful. He knows that I love sense and sensibility and reads me a chapter or two every time he's here. If he doesn't have to drive Charles for a few days, he stays past visiting hours and sleeps on the armchair, tending to my needs during the night and gives the nurses a break. He's such a good kid. My hair is falling off more now. I really don't like the chemotherapy sessions. They make me throw up afterwards. Every time Derek visits me, it pains me to see him holding back his tears. I want to comfort him, saying that I'm getting better. But my appearance betrays me. Sometimes I wonder if my life had any meaning at all. Having mostly worked my whole life for the Roberts family, what will people say at my funeral? Will Derek think of me as a mother who was always there for him? I could have done so much more, if only there was more time. So this is back at the lobby area. Oh, what's this? Got something. Got a card. Whoa, what the hell? Dang it, dang it, dang it. So how do I get down? It's bolted. Let's go check up what it says. What's this? These last few months gave me time to reflect for quite some time. When one comes to the understanding that soon my body will be no more and I will return to the earth, the question arises of the purpose we fragile beings have in this life. How my soul yearns for those joyful moments with loved ones when I was ignorant of such incomprehensible matters. Now I sit here just waiting for death, knowing that I will never have a second chance. If only I could express what I feel to my wife, kids, people I once called friends. Maybe I can feel comfort. My body may be old to travel, but at least I can send something to them. A nurse has helped me prepare a package to send. I'll see to it personally that it gets dropped off once my body feels better. The last effort of a sick old man. Harold Mason. Okay. That's it. Oh. Dear Hannah, I heard from my mom, that you are not feeling well and have to be in the hospital from now on. So I wrote this letter to say I'm really sorry for what I've said to you last time. I just wanted our time capsule to be perfect. When you get better, you can put anything you want in our time capsule, and you can decide where we should bury it. I promise. Really hope you get well soon. I miss you. Please write back to me. You can pass your letter to my mom. She works in the hospital as a nurse. Dear Nicole, I was so glad when I got your letter. I am sorry too, and thank you for letting me choose where we bury our time capsule. I have a few ideas in my mind. I want you to pick one for me. Playground, behind hunting cabins, cemetery. I don't know if that's blood or not, but yeah. Pretty bad. So this is the rehab room. Can't even get it across. Alright, nothing of interest here. Okay, so there is pretty much nothing I can do here. Let's go upstairs. scary. I didn't go in here. See. Power is off. Is this it? Is this all I could do in the hospital? Alright, let's go outside. Let's see what we can find out here, you know? Anything on the benches? Nope. Nothing. This is it? This is all I could do here? Oh man. Okay then. I guess this is all I could do. Okay, so I got Wanda. So she's at Silver Lake. All right. What is this? Is this Silver Lake? Black Pine. Where is Silver Lake? Walnut Town Center. Let's see. Silver Lake. Oh, Silver Lake is this way. Silver Lake 34. $19.15. I'm going the right way. I hope so. See 38, 42, 43. Where's 34? The church is right there. Gosh, what was the... Damn it. 43. What the heck? Oh wow. Did my game just glitched out? What does it do this? What the freak? Oh wow, look at this. What the heck is going on? Okay. I can't even... God. Ugh. Reload. Come on, come on. Can't believe that. What the freak? Wow. Alright, I'm sorry guys. Let's see. Oh, that was such a big glitch. Okay. That was horrible. Okay. Jeez, that's all I wanted to do. Anything? Nothing. That's it. Derek turned 4 today. Vivian organized a small party for him. I really appreciate what she has done for us. After blowing out the birthday candles, I asked him what he wished for. He said, "I wish to see Papa." I did not what to say to him. I could not tell him that his father's left us. Vivian is being hospitalized for mental instability. Dorothy has asked for me to care for Vivian while she remains at the hospital. Wonder how Vivian must be feeling right now, knowing that she might not be able to conceive anymore. Magdalene wants a boy to continue the family line. Not being able to have children anymore will be devastating for Vivian. I pity her. I just can't stand Sophia. She's not that pretty. Just barely a year working here, and the others are already starting her hand and foot. She's just here to take advantage of the Roberts family. I don't trust her. I wish she'd just disappear. Wow. This. Thank you, Wanda, for your hard work, Vivian. So she got a very expensive handbag, huh? Trisha visited me again ever since Scott was fired and was told not to see Trisha anymore. She has been visiting me quite often. Not only is she angry at Vivian, she's also annoyed with Scott, saying that Scott is avoiding her. I visited Mom today. Her cancer has relapsed after her tumor disappeared. 2 years ago, no one expected to return again, especially this quickly. Mom looked fine and seemed to be getting used to the hospital visits. Dr. Johnson said that chemotherapy sessions are needed due to the late-stage cancer, and that she would need my support more than ever. Upon leaving, I saw Scott talking with Dr. Johnson. They looked serious. I wonder if Scott found a new job after being fired. Dr. Johnson's body was found near Cherry Creek Lake today. The police came and interviewed Vivian. Apparently, she was seen with Dr. Johnson a lot. Vivian was heard with her voice raised at the police during the interview. Trisha got frightened and locked herself in a room. I don't know what is going on. The police came to my house to interview me again about the death of Dr. Johnson. So tired of all that has happened recently. Scott came back with Father Matthew today. Their lawyer came too. Reporters were waiting at the church asking why they would allow a killer back to Painscreek. Trisha came back from hospital and was desperate to see Scott. When Charles and Bernard stopped her, she broke down in tears. What can I do? Pocket knife? See, dear Father, how's everything going? We went cycling today. Scott said he can ride faster than me. Of course, that isn't true, so we had a competition, and Trisha was our referee. We set the goal line to be the fence in front of the river. I was winning until we almost reached the finishing line. I braked to prevent myself from crashing to the fence, but Scott didn't brake. He pedaled harder as he approached the goal. I yelled at him to stop, but he did not listen. By the time he crossed the line, it was too late. The brakes did not stop him. In the time, his bike hit the fence, and he was launched into the air, landing on the rocks by the river bank. I ran to him. There was blood coming from his head and scratches all over his arms and legs. Trisha came up to him and tended to his wounds. She seemed to be sobbing, even though Scott was the one bleeding. I think I'm hurting more than him. While cleaning the garage, Charles approached and asked if I would like to be his chauffeur. He said his current driver wants to spend more time with his grandchildren and is planning to retire. I'll have by the end of this week to decide. It's a good opportunity. I get a raise in the salary and I get to travel around the country. I think I'll say yes. Trisha came today and suggested we make our very own time capsule before I start my new job. I thought it was a good idea. We buried the box near a big stone in the cemetery. Before leaving, we made a promise to each other that we will open it up in 10 years. I had a chance to walk around New York today. As I went into a bookstore, I remember how much Trisha loved notebooks. There was one that was really cute. It was a bit expensive, but I think she will like it. I should surprise her by giving her the notebook on her birthday. I didn't expect to be traveling this much as a driver. On one hand, I miss my mom. On the other hand, I get to stay in nice hotels. I guess it's not a bad deal. Charles treats me very well. He even gives me extra allowances on those trips. Maybe I'll get something nice for Mom next time. We went hunting near the river. According to Scott, there is a nest in the drain hole that sometimes has eggs. I told him it might be dangerous, but he assured us that it's fine, so off we went. Sure enough, there were eggs. I didn't know what eggs they were and decided to stay a little further away. Scott started collecting them. When I noticed something moving, Trisha was able to shout out that it was a snake. I stood there, frozen, not knowing what to do. Scott turned and saw the snake. He then spread his arms out and slowly walked backwards. Trisha was behind him. He extended his right hand with the stick towards the snake and slowly placed the bag of eggs on the floor with his left hand. When he reached me, he grabbed my arm and said, "Run!" We all ran, screaming our lungs out. I think that was the fastest I ever ran in my life. I miss the old days when it was Trisha, Scott, and myself hunting in the back of the woods playing by the lake. It's not that I don't appreciate what Charles has given to us, such as the house we live in and our jobs. I just miss the time when we were young and carefree. We would go anywhere and nothing would stop us. I miss Trisha. Why doesn't she just realize that I like her? What next? So there's nothing I can do here. Okay. Guess that's it. Now, next stop is the church. I still don't know what I do with this key. Okay, it said for the church, look for the flower pot, is that right? Keys, keys, keys. I don't see no flower pot. Flower pot, flower pot. Is that it? There we go. Alright. How do we open this door? Let's go inside the church. Nothing but the Holy Bible. Andrew Reed. What's this? Let's see. Mansion worker Andrew Reed's charred body found in his burnt home. At around 11:25 last night, a fire broke out on 7 Black Pine Road, Painscreek. Andrew, the owner of the house, was found deceased with third-degree burns from head to toe. He was seated on the couch in the living room next to the fireplace when the fire likely started. The cause of the fire has not yet been determined, but the sight of all alcoholic bottles on the floor suggests that the carpet may have been soaked with help increase whatever set the incident off. According to the possible witnesses, Andrew was seen drunk last night when he was leaving Anne's courtyard, Inns and Suites. Police found bottles of empty vodka in the living room next to the fireplace. No foul play is detected at this moment. Andrew Reed, a gardener and a handyman for the Roberts family for more than 2 decades, has a wife and son who stops there. Okay. I will stay at the cabin tonight. I don't need dinner. Scott. So, whoa, exit. Father Matthew picked me up from the orphanage today. He said I will be staying with him from now, and I can call him Dad if that's okay with me. On Monday, he will bring me to sign something. He says that after the signing, my name is just Scott, but Scott Brooks. I'm so glad I have a home now. Father Matthew brought me to the attic today. There were so many wooden toys, and he made them all himself. He asked me to choose one that I liked. I chose a toy plane. Looks so cool, he says. He can teach me carpentry when I'm a bit older. He even made a secret space for me in my room so I can put my special treasures inside. I love Father Matthew. The older boys are always bullying me. They called me a bastard child and a weirdo. They say that's why my own parents didn't want me. What does bastard mean? Father Matthew says I should be patient, but they threw stones at me. Father Matthew cleaned my wounds. It's painful. Father Matthew told me to forgive and forget. He said that they don't know what they're doing. I like Father Matthew, but I hate the boys. Trisha defended me today. The boys walked away when she said her dad is going to catch them and put them in jail. I want to be like Trisha's father. I want to be the next Charles Roberts. That way no one will ever bully me. Derek is always there whenever Trisha invites me to play. He is 5 years older than me. He's like her bodyguard or something like that. He's really good at drawing. He gave me one of his drawings today. He says he only gives drawings to friends. I wish I could draw like him. Maybe I can make a wooden toy for his next birthday. That it? I guess so. Search everywhere. Don't let no room go left without being unchecked. Final court appearance, choir practice, public baptism. Hey. I returned the tools back to the storage room. Okay. That it. Scott Brooks pleads not guilty to killing ex-mayor's wife Vivian Roberts. Main murder suspect denies killing former employer. Scott Brooks, the adoptive son of Father Matthew Brooks of Painscreek Trinity Church, pled not guilty in court yesterday. According to Scott, he met with Vivian in the woods that night, but went home after their meeting and did not step out of his cabin for days. When he left her, Vivian was still alive. When asked why he met with Vivian, Scott's answer was that they met to discuss about personal matters and it was only between the two of them. Scott denied further questioning, stating only that he had nothing to do with Vivian's murder, that whoever killed Vivian must have committed the crime after he had left. As to why Scott was at his cabin for days after Vivian was killed, Scott explained that he did not even know that Vivian had been murdered. Staying at his cabin is just something he has always done, that he feels at ease while at home. Scott is currently detained in the county jail. No bail has been set for his release at this point. And there's a key thing. Alright. This is just the balcony. Nothing ventured. Nothing. Okay, let's go to the storage, which I got a key for. Scott's things. Oh, come on. Slim Jim! Yes, got the Slim Jim. Alright, is that it? Alright, let's go break into some cars. Let's break in, break. Oh, come on. It's a big lag. I hate that. Break in, break in, break in, break in. Oh yeah? Well, take this. How do you like that, huh? Anything? Slim Jim? Oh man. Alright. Let's see. Oh, what? This has all been unlocked. Might as well ventured. Anything? Nothing. Hey, Scott Brooks. Well, he's dead. Wanda. Andrew Reed. Magdalene. Okay. Let's see which car. Oh yeah, that's right. The car at the inn. I think there were some things in there. Aha. Open up. Okay, so PI Steve Moss. I came across your name through a close friend of mine. She highly recommended you, saying you are a person of integrity and a very reliable investigator. So I would like for you to investigate the case which happened in 1995 in a town called Painscreek of the murder of Vivian Roberts. I was there when it happened. The body had been placed in front of the mansion gates for everyone to see. A few days later, Scott Brooks was apprehended as a suspect. However, there wasn't enough evidence and he was soon released. 18 months later, the police filed Vivian's case as unsolved. I tried to forget everything, but I just can't. I simply want to know the truth. I have enclosed a copy of the threat letter that Vivian received the day she died. I hope it helps. For safety purposes, I would like to remain anonymous at this time. I will give you the first payment in good faith that you will agree to my offer. When the case is solved, I will pass you the rest of the payment. I know what you did. Meet me by the well at midnight. You know which one. Come alone. Okay. The investigation progress is slow. I've tried to reach people, but many of them have left Painscreek, and those who still remain are starting to move out. I found some evidence showing that things aren't what they seem. The media didn't have it right. I need to interview some people who work at the mansion. I've been too worried and haven't reached out yet. Matthew seems to be Scott's legal parent. Still won't talk to him yet. I'll have to visit St. Patrick's orphanage tomorrow. It's a day's drive from here. I know Scott's found something there. There's something not quite right with all of this. Vivian married Charles in 1971. After the marriage, she became vice president of the Roberts Mining Company. He went into a slump after the mining accident in 73, but her resilience to not give up led her to rebuilding the company from the ground up. She supported local businesses such as the Painscreek Community Hospital to revitalize the small village. Looks like she was publicly very active, too active. She was taken to the Painscreek Community Hospital for an emergency operation in 1974. Trisha Roberts was born. Just before that, Vivian was hospitalized for a few months. She was reliant on Dr. Henry Johnson during that period. Security room 02524 mansion. Ooh. Private investigator. The secret lies with her? What? Ooh. So, let's go back to the mansion. I'll take the hospital way, I guess. All right. The security room. Let's see. Oh, damn, where's my journal? Steve Moss. 025241. 025241. 025241. Yeah. What is in here? Someone ran through the garden last night. A man about 5'5", wearing a hooded sweater, climbed the fence wall into the garden. He proceeded to run to the backyard and jumped over the back wall. A new stack of VH tapes has arrived. Please use the new tapes instead of the recording over existing ones. I came across a note by Magdalene Roberts stuck between one of the old logbooks. It was requesting the search of a missing security tape dated June 28, 1975. It seems the tape was never found. We have a new security guard coming in today. His name is Samuel Green. Tom Parker will be his mentor to get him up to speed. Andrew came to the mansion at around 11 p.m. He was very drunk. Scott was called. He arrived around 11:15 and brought Andrew home. Today marks Tom Parker's 20th year since he started work at the mansion. He will be retiring from his positions next month to take care of his ailing wife. There's a strange tale going around Painscreek recently. Stephanie, a 6-year-old girl, got lost during Halloween. Apparently, she followed some fireflies in the woods and could not get back home. Her parents called the sheriff. They conducted a search but could not find her. 2 hours later, Stephanie got home safe and sound. When asked how she found her way back, Stephanie said a young lady found her crying and brought her back. She didn't know the lady's name, but remember her being pretty and having a long black hair. She was wearing a black dress similar to what the mansion maids wear at the work. The strange thing is that when I asked around, all the maids said they were working that evening. Can't do anything. Ooh, keys. Yes, Trisha's room, Nanny's room, tea room. Heck yeah. Alright. Bernard Hopkins. Okay. Derek Taylor, 43. Wanda Taylor. Andrew Reed. Dorothy Patterson. Mary Martinez. See. Oh, you know what? See, before we... What was that locker that I found that key? See, I found the key here, right? Bernard. "31 Silver Lake Boulevard." Okay, I gotta check that out. Okay, so first, let's go into Trisha's room. Alright, this was Trisha's room, right? Yep, Trisha's room. Whoa. Close. Damn it. Trisha requested that all her books be brought to her room in the hospital. Cabin key. My diary. Scott's a strange kid, very quiet. I don't think it's right for the other boys to bully him and call him names. I wonder why Scott's parents didn't want him. I don't like after-school programs, especially ballet. It's difficult and boring, and I hate proper etiquette. What's wrong with being myself? I don't need to be like Mom. I haven't seen Dad for a while. I wonder when he'll be back. Every time I enter the study room, I can smell his tobacco smell. It's the perfect reminder when he's gone for so long. I miss Dad. Mom's always working. She's so busy with other people that she has no time for me. Sometimes I wonder if Mom loves me. Maybe I should call Dorothy Mother instead. Study room code 4487. 44871. Got another clue. Getting somewhere. Okay. Study room. Or actually, where's the... Oh, the tea room. Tea room. Investigation on Painscreek Hospital donation funds. Dear Mrs. Vivian Roberts, our latest investigation shows that that Dr. Henry Johnson has been embezzling funds from the Roberts Relief Foundation. He's sending a portion amount to an offshore private account under the name of Jefferson Investments. Every 5th of the month, an exact amount of $9,990 is being transferred, supposedly for the payment of medical supplies and equipment. However, neither the equipment nor the medical supplies could be accounted for. This has been going on for the past 16 months. As of now, the total embezzlement nears under $60,000. There's a bunch of what? There's a bunch of hate mail stored here. How does it feel to ruin the lives of many? Costing me job, you heartless witch. You don't deserve to live. That's it. Ooh, ooh. Take it. Charles is running for an election. I talked to Wilson and Edwards, and they have both agreed to support us. I don't think they are doing this to solely gain business benefits. Rather, they believe in Charles. Their support will help boost morale for our party. It's our anniversary today. Charles invited me to my favorite restaurant. It was a complete surprise, and I was so happy. I thought he might have forgotten. After dinner, we spent the rest of the evening walking along the beach. We talked as if we were teenagers in love. I cannot remember the last time I felt this carefree. Magdalene is coming. What should I do? She's always asking when we'll be having kids. I don't think I'm ready yet. Not when I'm still recovering from this miscarriage. Edwards called today and tried to push me in favor of a business agreement that we discussed months ago. I rejected his request since it will be breach the trust agreement between our companies. I'd expect him to threaten me by backing out from supporting Charles. If that happens, so be it. I would rather lose his support than to make deals with people with no integrity. So, whose key is this that I found? What? I need a place in that. Oops. Okay. Okay. Huh. And there's a newly hired maid named Sophia. I think Matthew recommended her, saying that she's his cousin. She's very pretty and has very good manners. She's a quick learner too and does whatever she's told to do. She's very eager, asking a lot on what she should do, how she should act when Charles and Vivian are present, how to be perfect at her job. I like her already. The guys delivering food to the mansion were gawking at Sophia, as if they had never seen a pretty girl before. I had to ask Sophia to go back into the house, otherwise someone might have funny ideas. Her uniform needs a little more cover. Matthew sometimes comes over and checks to see if Sophia is doing okay. I tell him he's worrying too much, that Sophia is loved by all. Matthew seems pleased every time I say this. If I didn't know better, I'd think that Matthew liked her. It rained heavily today. Sophia and I were having our tea break when she asked me, "What does it feel to be loved?" I said, "Well, it's like the feeling you get when you are with your parents." She was quiet for a moment and then replied, "It's hard for me to imagine because I don't have parents." I didn't know what to say to her at that time, but after the break was over, I decided to make effort to care for her more. Dear Charles, I have worked here for more than 20 years, and I'm so glad that I was able to spend time here with everyone. I greatly appreciate the opportunities you gave me and the time I spent with Trisha. Trisha was everything to me, and she loved me. She smiled whenever I called her. I wish I could have given her more. Despite what has happened here in Painscreek, there are moments of pure joy that we all share together. I will hold on to these memories. I'm sorry that I'm leaving and won't be able to serve you anymore. Thank you for everything. Please take care of yourself. Another diary. I can't believe that Andrew tried to kill himself again. Thank God for Scott. I cannot imagine what would have happened if Scott wasn't there to save him. Andrew was never like this when Laura and Daniel were here. Even as his wife, I doubt Laura was any idea why Andrew turned out this way. I can't blame her for leaving him and taking their son. I wonder if they contacted each other since then. I visited Andrew at the hospital today. He seemed different. He looked calm, as if he had somehow managed to find peace within himself. The attending nurse said Scott has been here almost every day, taking care of him and being with him. Andrew has been talking a lot with Scott. Andrew told me he's ready to see Laura and Daniel again. I'm glad to hear that. I should call Laura and tell her the good news. Scott came to fix my leaking sink today. He did a wonderful job. I offered him tea, and we talked quite a bit, mostly about Charles and Vivian. I showed him my old photo album. To my surprise, Scott became very quiet. He asked me if he could borrow one of the photographs. I don't see why not. He thanked me and left in a hurry. Oh, I should call Laura and tell her about Andrew's situation. It's ironic that Andrew died shortly after being saved. I met Laura and Daniel at Andrew's funeral today. Daniel reminded me of Andrew. I can't believe he's already 15 years old. Last time I saw him, he was only 7. Laura said Andrew had been sending them money these last few years. She had been considered to return to Painscreek so they could be together again. If only I had called Laura before the car accident. I feel so sorry for them. Which key was this? Okay, let's go try. Let's go down. Hey, hey, hey. Who is this? 201. Is that the inn? Andrew came and told me he didn't need an assistant. He said Scott is too inexperienced and is a burden to him. What he hasn't realized is that the garden has not been maintained well over the past few months, that his drunk behavior is irritating, and that Scott is actually doing more work than he is. Scott is a fast learner. He should be up to speed in no time. Charles was the one who insisted on hiring him anyways. Charles likes the boy. They've been hunting together quite a number of times, and Charles always seems happy with his company. I just don't understand his love for hunting. He sometimes spends more time in his hunting cabin than he does at home. I was shocked to learn that Scott has been asking around about Sophia. How did he know about Sophia? Who could have told him? It must be Andrew, that drunk. I told him Sophia is gone. Those hallucinations of his is getting worse. He needs to see Henry and get more pills. I need to have Bernard keep an eye on Scott. From now on, I'll try see who he talks to, who he asks. I called Oliver and asked if he could be the main photographer for the Easter fundraising event. When he asked what the funds will be used for, I told him it will be used to raise awareness of Painscreek, to promote our town's tourism. After listening, he agreed to help. When asked how much he would be charged, he simply said it'd be free. I was surprised. I appreciate his contribution for this town. The deal with Howard Medical came through just as I anticipated. Instead of being happy, I feel empty. Am I getting numb from work, or is it that I don't care anymore? Our dinner tonight was quiet. Charles didn't eat much. He asked me about my day, but I didn't want to talk about it. As a matter of fact, I don't want to talk to him much of these days. Trisha was silent as well. She distancing herself from me. I can feel it. She used to confide in me about everything. Now we hardly talk. Is stopping her from seeing Scott wrong? I don't want Trisha to be near Scott anymore. Of all the men in this world, why would Trisha pick him? This is unacceptable. Got that. Oh, what's this? What's this? I am getting somewhere. Let's see how many. Let's see Trisha's room. Okay. After this, we're gonna stop right here. Oh, damn it. What would I do with this? What? Oh, wait a minute. What was this right here? What? Oh, damn, it's a puzzle. I don't know. Okay, shoot. We are getting somewhere, but we are gonna stop right here. So, I hope you guys enjoy the long gameplay. I hope you guys do subscribe, comment, share, and like this video. Also, do support the channel if you guys can. There's a PayPal and Streamlabs on the video description below. There's a link there, and as well as my Facebook and Twitter. And I will see you guys next time on another Painscreek killing gameplay. Have a good day, everybody.